Hello, hello. I wanted to come in here live today to talk about this because I'm so excited. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm doing a 3-day event starting Wednesday of this week. Um, and it's called From Invisible to Unignored. Because one of the things that spiritual entrepreneurs tend to notice is that we feel like this is the main thing. It's like we feel like we need to connect with more people. We want to get our message out there, connect because we know we have very powerful gifts. We know what we do can transform lives. We know what we do can help everyone. That's part of the problem because we try to speak to everyone and we try to get more visible and we try to be generic messaging and that's part of it. But it's also around the fact that we keep trying to do all these things, but we're doing it from a place of that we're not hurt, but we're doing it from a place that we haven't truly moved through in ourselves. We're holding on old identities is what I want to say here. Because I could tell you from my own perspective as a practitioner, for a Reiki practitioner, as a coach, as an experienced, I've been in this work for over 5-6 years now. And one of the things I've noticed, and even collectively, because I'm connected to a bunch of spiritual entrepreneurs, is that we try to put our names out there. It's not that you're not doing enough. You are 100% doing enough. But I can tell you the strategy doesn't matter. Because we keep going out there, we keep trying different strategies, we choose different things, we try different ways because we know in our heart we have a gift that we want to share that will make a huge impact on the world. But part of the problem is we're holding on to old identities. There's pieces of ourselves we are trying to overcome, and we're just, as we've been told, we're trying to do over top of it. So we're trying to do more. So can I tell you that if it was about visibility and about connecting with more people, what you're doing right now, all the strategies you're trying would be working. Part of the reason why it's not is because we're trying to take these old identities and express ourselves in the world. And so there's things about ourselves that we're protecting ourselves that is completely unconscious. It's identities that we've carried. It's the who we needed to be, including generational things like, like what's the word? Why can't I think words today? The prosecution wound, because most of us consider ourselves out there. Like it could be either witchy or super spiritual or whatever. And there's this prosecution wound because if we express too loudly, we all know collectively what happened, right? Or what happens. We're either crazy. If you go far enough back, we are still carrying generational wounds from, that intuitive who was blamed and persecuted for being intuitive or a witch. Call it out. And this is the thing. There's these old pieces that we're carrying of ourselves that is not wrong. It is all about self-protection. But because of that, we are not speaking as loudly, as clearly as we would really, truly like. And it's like living from that total unapologetic space. But there is still stuff, and I see it all the time in the spiritual entrepreneurs, healers, practitioners, that they're not fully expressing the thing that's really sitting on their heart in a way that connects with people, in a way that's truly authentic. And I don't want you to feel like, oh, well, no, I'm definitely sharing it authentically. But there are still pieces of ourselves we hold back. And I've discovered it in myself as well. For the last 3 years, I truly felt like I was sharing from my heart, from what I needed to do and how much I knew I could impact. But there were still things I was unconsciously holding on to and agreed to that I was protecting myself from. And this is the thing. If we still continue to hold on to protection, you remain hidden. You remain invisible. You remain a conversation, a voice that's lost in the masses, because we need to accept our true, unbridled, unfiltered versions of ourselves. We need to be fully expressed in who we are supposed to be. And so all of this is why I'm hosting this event this week, Wednesday, Thursday, and there's another day next week. There's 3 days. Plus there's a workshop this week that you can jump into as well. And this is what we're talking about, these invisible things that are holding us back. Because you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of coming across these wonderfully amazing, powerful women and entrepreneurs and givers and healers and practitioners that have amazing talents and are remaining hidden behind these things that we're telling ourselves because of who we have had to become to stay safe, Well, guess what? This world needs less of that. We need more unfiltered, more unbridled, more conscious, more fully expressed healers, practitioners, women in this world, because there's a change that needs to happen and it needs to start with us. It needs to be from us. There's a reason why you're feeling that feeling of more, that there's more within it. There's more I can express, because there is. And I want to invite you to this room. We already have a bunch of people registering. I want to invite you to this room because I want you to understand what it is for you. Because I could sit here and I can yell at you all I want. But until you experience it for yourself, until you tap into it for yourself, you will unconsciously, and not because you're not doing enough, but we have been told all of our lives that we need to do more. We've actually been trained wrong. And it's not your fault. It is literally how we've been told we needed to be in order to show up in this world. So I want you to just trust that there's more within you. If you have that feeling of more, there's more within you, and we need to tap into it, and we need to clearly express it. We need to clearly identify it. We need to clearly see it. And if you're sitting there, like I said, if you're sitting there saying, well, I already do, I could tell you right now, there is people that I've connected with that I've definitely thought that they were expressing as fully, but there's still things that we're holding on to. And it's not wrong, but it's all the things we've been unconsciously programmed to believe. Not even limiting beliefs. It's literally pieces of ourselves that we've left behind from different parts of our journey. And it's integrating all of that to make us the most powerful, the most expressed version, fully expressed version of ourselves. And I want to invite you to this room. Like I said, 3 days. It is free. You can jump in. It will not be recorded, so you do need to be on live. It's evenings. The details are in the link. I'll put the link in the comments. But I truly want to invite you to open yourself up to a space where you can see differently. Hello, Nancy. Thanks for jumping in. Where you can see and feel differently what is truly within you, because this world needs more of us to step up. This world needs change. And it's not from a point of like ego of we need to be here to like, and it's not a like masculine, let's do the dang thing, but there is something seeking inside of you. Otherwise you wouldn't have that feeling of more, that there's more you could do. There's more of an impact. There's a bigger thing you were meant to be. And it's not about who you are. It's who you are meant to be. There's absolutely no judgment here. You are doing the right things, but there's more that we could express, that we could clearly more clearly say and share and show up as, to make you're not even, it's not even about being more powerful. You already are, but there's things that we're just holding back from even ourselves, that we are not even willing to admit to ourselves. So I want to invite you to this room. I want you to join me and all these other women that are jumping in with me, because there's a shift that we all are here to help make. Otherwise, you wouldn't be hearing this. You wouldn't be seeing me. You wouldn't be connected to me. I'm owning it. Now, the question is, are you ready to do the same? All right, my friends. See you soon. Have a beautiful day.